As she opened her front door, one woman had no idea what awaited her. After all, there on her porch lay a dying dog. In fact, the little pup was so bruised and battered that the woman could hardly tell if it was still alive. But with one bat of his tail, the animal proved he wasn't ready to die just yet. In May 2015, a native of Topeka, Kansas was no doubt shocked when she found an unexpected visitor on her porch. Yes, on Mother's Day that year, the stranger had opened her front door to find a pit bull puppy. Sadly though, the pup was in a distressing state. Still, the little dog seemed to be clinging to life, but it appeared the pooch had been badly beaten. His whole face was swollen. He was also suffering from worrying lacerations to his neck and head. In fact, the canine was in such a bad way that at first the lady couldn't even tell if he was still alive. Then, as if to signal he could use some help, the dog mustered up the energy to give one sweep of his tail. Unsure what to do, the Good Samaritan posted an urgent message on a Topeka Swap and Shop Facebook page. And although the page is usually reserved for those wanting to sell household items, luckily someone reached out. In fact, a representative from Unleashed Pet Rescue saw the post and responded. Unleashed Pet Rescue is a nonprofit animal shelter based in Kansas. Indeed, the organization often rescues dogs from high-kill shelters. Volunteers and staff then work hard to rehabilitate the animals and ultimately find them loving forever homes. So the responder here helped organize a team from the shelter to come pick up the dog. When they saw the poor pup, the team immediately suspected that the dog had fallen victim to the illegal dog fighting trade. After all, pit bulls are one of the most popular breeds used for the cruel practice. During the fights, dogs are pitted against each other while spectators bet on a winner. Many fighting dogs will live a life of pain and suffering. When they're not competing, for example, they're often chained, teased, and starved in an attempt to make them as aggressive as possible. And if a dog loses more fights than it wins, some owners will kill the dog or severely beat it. Unfortunately, dogfighting is a rather pressing issue in the city where Jax was found. Jacob Meyer, a supporter of Kansas animal shelters, wrote on YouTube in 2016. There was a lot of evidence and speculation that he was the victim of dogfighting, yet the people who had any information were afraid to report those responsible, probably due to the violent nature of the individuals responsible. The revelation broke the kind stranger's heart. "It's got to be the worst emotional feeling there ever could be," she said in a video clip posted to YouTube in 2015. How could someone do that and let that happen? In fact, the woman was so moved by the pup's traumatic past, she went to visit him at the shelter every single day. And thankfully, it wasn't long before the pit bull began to recover. Now all the dog needed was a name, so his carers decided on calling him Jax. The team gave the 6-month-old dog the sweet name due to its meaning. Jax is an Old English name that means God is gracious. Certainly it seems someone was watching over the dog. After Jax arrived at the shelter, the staff released a statement on the Unleashed Pet Rescue's Facebook page. Jax is stable, he's eating well and resting. His temperature is leveled out this evening. Over the next few days, Jax underwent a range of procedures. For instance, he had surgery to remove his dead tissue, and he had a huge abscess on his head drained. In fact, according to another update from Unleashed Pet Rescue in 2015, vets had managed to remove a cup and a half of infected pus from the area. His white blood cell count is up to 17,000 from 5,000, so he's doing much better in that area too, the update continued. He now has a fentanyl patch for pain, and he'll remain in ICU to ensure he gets the around-the-clock care that he needs. As days passed, Jax's swelling went down to reveal his adorable smile. Despite everything he'd been through, it seemed the pooch had a happy demeanor. His rescuers couldn't help but notice his wagging tail and his loving character too. Slowly but surely, little Jax transformed into a bright and bubbly pit bull. He's eating, drinking, wiggling, and acting like he's supposed to. A joyful update on the Unleashed Pet Rescue's Facebook page read in 2015. And things just kept getting better for Jax. After Jax spent 2 weeks in emergency care, vets deemed the pit bull well enough to move to a foster family. And the little pooch seemed happy to finally receive some love. After all, Jax had a proper home, most likely for the first time in his life. 3 weeks ago, he couldn't walk. All he could do was lift his head and wag its tail a little bit. Jax's new foster mom revealed in a YouTube video that documented the dog's recovery. Now he runs and plays and jumps, and he just loves life. Now that Jax has finally found happiness, his future looks brighter than ever. However, he was one of the lucky few that managed to escape the dogfighting world. Hopefully, someday this barbaric practice will end. After all, most dogs are lovers, not fighters. I hope you like this video. If so, please hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to make sure you never miss a video from our channel.